Summer is almost over. Sorry, teachers. Sorry, babe. This episode is all about our summer recap here today on the Five Squad. Hello and welcome everybody back to another episode of the Five Squad podcast. For those that do not know who I am, my name is Evan Andrews.
I'm Haley Andrews.
And today is episode 22 for us. And since summer is just about over,
Boo.
I would say that it is a perfect opportunity for us to talk about what the hell we did this summer.
Yeah.
And how our lives changed during the summer versus while everybody's in school. You're going to have great interpretation of this because you also kind of get a summer off because you're a teacher.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
I really want to get both perspectives from you because I can only give you kind of one because I still have to work.
But summer is different for you too because, I mean, we're in your space. So it's
true.
Definitely, you can see how we get in the way of an entrepreneurial lifestyle when it's summer.
Definitely.
Like, at least that's what I would imagine your take would be on it.
Well, so as you can tell, we're in a new setup here today, and we will be in this setup for the next several episodes, but we're actually using another location in our church as we previously used another location for the last 8 or so episodes.
Yep.
But, they're very gracious in letting us use this space. But,
We love you, Crossroad.
You kind of mentioned I don't, y'all are in my space. Well, I can go up to my church office, right? But
True.
sometimes I think you kind of still need my help in the summertime with the kids and stuff. So working from home is, iffy sometimes.
That'll
but,
definitely be your take on that.
But
so
the first kind of thing I would like to get into, because I think everybody has different perspectives for this, is how routines change for everybody going in, from being in school going into the summer. So what are things that you look forward to in routines changing, or do you not like them to change?
So because I'm like a child myself, still kind of learning how to establish a routine, it's like a love-hate for me. It's a love because I love that we are not as strict in the routines. And what I mean by that is like, we get to go to bed a little later because traditionally our kids are usually in bed, we hope or try to have them in bed by 7:30, like in their rooms and things like that, which is kind of a time crunch. But in the summer, it's kind of like,
9 o'clock, 9:30, and they're in bed. It's,
And sometimes we have more like things going on. It gets us home later, what comes with a later bedtime, now that they're a little bit older, comes later waking up.
Right.
So, like I've mentioned in past episodes, like I'm really trying to learn how to like rest in rest. So sleeping in is something I really love about the summer. And, sometimes they'll sleep till almost 10 if I let them. And that's what that's my favorite part of summer.
Yeah.
And the routine changing. I think the other, relaxed part of the routine is, I'm saying this now, but when we planned this, it was relaxed, but it's not so much anymore, is mealtime and prep.
Yeah. Well, that's just because of circumstance and for you, but
but what I'm saying is it's not so strict on what we eat when we eat.
Right.
Obviously, if you know me personally, I'm on this health journey, and my meals are definitely more strict now just because of allergies and health reasons. But with summer, I'm saying it comes like less structure around meal times. So if you want to eat right when you wake up,
Go ahead.
Kid A eats whenever they wake up. The next one eats whenever they wake up. I eat when I'm hungry. You don't ever eat breakfast.
And I don't eat breakfast, so.
And then I guess the way the main routine structure.
Yeah, because you got to keep them kids busy, right?
If I hear I'm bored one more time, when I'm like, are you kidding me? We have plans all the time.
But the main few things that I know that you guys like to do, so we literally live within 150 feet of a pool in our neighborhood.
Oh yeah, it's like on the street behind our house.
We can take them to the pool with the exception of Mondays because they're always closed.
Why is it that, I don't know if it's just in our area, but no. I know it's cleaning day, but is it every neighborhood pool in our area picks Mondays? Like,
Yeah.
could we at least pick a
No.
different cleaning day so we could pool hop?
No.
Because every pool is closed on
Yeah,
Mondays.
you
I
gotta
feel
give them
like.
all a break.
Well, that's silly. I feel like they should have a cleaning job every
Well,
day.
no, but not, if we can't take them to the pool, we can take them to Typhoon.
Right, which is the water park in our area.
Yep. And, you know, we're avid season pass members.
Yes.
Got to get it every summer.
I
Makes
never
so much
thought I
sense.
would
But there's the better times to go.
definitely, but I
Right.
never thought I would like love a water park so much. I mean, I guess as kids we grew up near Astroworld, the amusement park, but it wasn't like you could just go any day of the week at any time. We live so close; it's literally
Well, you
like 10
did.
minutes. I'm just saying, right now we live so close; it's
Oh.
like 10 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
We could just be bored and
Yeah. Hey, you guys
go
wanna
for
go
an
to the water-
hour.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's
go
just
around
like going to the
lazy river.
pool, but,
right.
you know, a little bit more
But it's a little
adventurous.
change of scenery, you know? And then if it's just me and the oldest, we do different things at the water park. If it then in comparison to if it's just me and the
twins really-
twins,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like I kind of like to call it like a wheel of activities, right?
Yeah.
So we wake up, we have whatever breakfast, lunch, and then it's either Typhoon, pool. I usually throw in a technology day because they bother me a little bit less. So it kind of like rotates between those. Some days it's double Typhoon. Some days
Double
it's,
Typhoon?
Some day, like, you know what I
Like
mean?
you like go and leave
Monday
and come
and
back?
Tuesday.
Oh,
No, like,
gotcha. Back to back
back to
Typhoon
back.
day.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Okay.
I meant during the week. Sorry.
Understand.
And then technology binge can kind of be different. Sometimes it's a movie day at home,
Yeah.
or like they're on their Switches or their games, or it's go to the movies because I love the movie theater. So
Yeah. I don't really like the video game stuff, but
I know, but our
it is
routines
what it is.
definitely change because we have more time to fill.
yeah.
And man, I tell you, they definitely notice if you don't have something
Yeah.
for them to do.
So another thing that, you know, and especially if you're, you know, I don't know, product of divorce or whatever, you got to split your kids up
Oh, split
sometimes.
homes,
So
yes.
like that has been a little different for us this summer. Last summer, or 2 summers ago, it was 1 month,
Right.
right? And then
So-
last summer, what happened?
Well, let me kind of go back
Okay.
on what you were saying.
Okay.
So like when we originally started, it was the full 30 days. Whether they picked June or July, we kind of didn't know. So all of June or all of July. Then it went to the first 2 weeks of June and the first 2 weeks of July, or vice versa. It could be the end 2 weeks.
Right.
The relationship that I have, I think co-parenting has changed a little bit this year. And so communication is a little different. And it's allowed us to pick a structure that works more for the kids. Our daughter is a little bit more worried when she leaves.
Yep.
And
She's coming into her feels.
yeah, definitely. And so it started the first 2 weeks of June, and it was supposed to be the second 2 weeks of July, but now it's one week,
one
one
week
week,
on,
1 week,
1 week off, like,
and I'll say that's one thing about summer that's hard for me is the dramatic change in the routines is hard for me, and the unknown changes in what we're gonna do that don't go as planned. For me as a parent, it's really difficult to get myself back on the track once
Sure.
something unexpected happens for me.
Yeah, for me, I'm very go with whatever needs to happen and
course.
how it,
Go with
how
the
it is.
flow.
I'm very go with the flow. So, you know, I mean, that is what it is. But I think that works with my personality. So I'm happy that that is the way that it works out
Right.
for me. But, you know, we're gearing up to go back to school now, right? We have to start
Which I'm
prepping. We have to, not only for like your mental sake, but like routines got to start changing back a little bit, right? Like we have to, maybe you can't let them go to bed at 9:30 anymore. Maybe we have to get back toward, maybe that's 8:30 now or something like that, right? So
Do we want to talk about back to school prep, or do we want to kind of recap the rest of our summer?
back to school.
Okay.
And how back to school goes.
I don't know how everybody else does back to school shopping. I'm going to be really honest, because I'm a teacher, I don't want to do it. I want to put it off as long as possible. I don't even like to go to the stores
Yeah, you would
all
buy
honesty.
everything from the
No.
internet if you could.
I would, but the reason I don't like going to the stores, and I don't like to see it. I don't like to see that I have to go back to school. So I think my perspective might be a little different than most. That
Get out of here.
no, that like, I mean, for the twins, their stuff gets delivered to their desk. So I don't
Yeah,
even,
so that's really easy.
right. So I don't actually, their grandparents.
You remember like when we were in school and it was like the last 3 days before school and like my mom would take me to get the thing and it was just like
Packed.
like it was like pig troughs and like they were just all fighting over everything and it was like the worst experience ever.
I feel like the whole month of July is already like that at stores. People are packing in the aisles and the clothes and it drives me bonkers to think about it.
I don't really understand it at all.
So I'll say, when do I go back to school shopping? I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's tough.
I kind of go through what they have and determine like what they need, and I get little pieces here and there. I definitely don't like spend a whole day doing all of it. And then school supplies, like I said, I usually like to get like the bare minimum until right before, like when we go to that night where you meet the teachers and you see their classes and you get like the real list, like what they really need, not
the fake list,
not the list you see
on the internet. Yeah.
I can talk teacher to teacher, like, okay, what do they really need, or what do you really need, and then I go from there.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually send them to school with like a notebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think that I need them to go back to school for my own sanity. But
tell me about that, because I too feel that, but it's because I need to go back to school. I can't wait to see my friends and adults and be able to have normal conversation and not listen to arguing.
Yeah, so
What's
for
your
me,
take?
mine is just so I can be a little bit more productive in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But, I also think for the kids' sake too, like, because we'll get complacent a little bit and just let them watch TV all day or let them, whatever, just because, like you just said, we kind of need it in the moment. And it's like, okay, just whatever for a little bit because I need the clarity for 2 hours or whatever. And it's just it's not good for them.
Right. But I was going to say, it's probably not good for you either, because you like probably start and stop and start and stop. And,
yes.
And not even just that, you probably are like, I know you always wear your headphones during the summer and not so much at like during the year or during the school year.
Yeah.
Probably to drown us.
Headphones. Yeah. Those noise canceling headphones are.
Can I have some of those?
You want me to buy you some?
Not work. Like I just need.
You should wear them around.
Yeah. Yeah. To cancel the kids' noise.
There you go. You were telling me about the noise canceling things you were looking into. We'll talk about that on another episode. But
I guess what I am looking forward to, the change of routines going back to school, is I have noticed that all of us, including myself, by us, I mean the kids and myself, we thrive in a routine. And during summer, I'm a little less routine-y. I'm really looking forward to waking up on time, waking up earlier. I'm way already ready for prepping for everything better. I've already started like meal prepping, breakfast, lunch, and dinner to kind of get myself in gear for the year. So I think I'm really ready for it. I'm ready for some structure. I'm over the water, the pool bag. I'm over all of it, honestly. You can see I'm in a sweater. I'm ready to put away my my mom era and get back to my teacher era.
Well, I love that, babe. That, in effect, will bring us to the end of this episode.
Jeez.
So, we haven't done this in a while. We took a 2-month batch time, so this was good to kind of get the first one out of the way. But, we want to tell everybody out there that has watched the podcast that this far and stuck with us, that we really appreciate you guys. We would ask that you go like and share this episode, subscribe to our channel over on YouTube, or follow us there on Spotify.
Share it with your teacher friends.
Share this one with your teacher friends, maybe your spouse too. Maybe you guys can relate to us a little bit. But if you can, also too, give us some feedback. If you guys like us talking about our day-to-day mundane stuff, which some of y'all might think this is boring, but some of y'all might relate to it. But what we really want you guys to remember, that every day is a new chance to get it right, and it's a new day, and to keep pushing forward. Thanks you guys for watching the 5 Squad.
I don't have access to the